Since then, Evergreen has doubled and is a model for its style of teaching. Alexander Meiklejohn founded this style of teaching at the Evergreen is people. Evergreen is a liberal arts college outside Olympia, Washington's capital. From Evergreen, Seattle and Portland are easily accessible. In 1971, classes began with 37 faculty and 1,000 students. Since then, Evergreen has doubled and is a model for its style of teaching. Alexander Meiklejohn founded this style of teaching at the University of Wisconsin in 1927. In 1965, the idea was again used by Joseph Tussman at University of California at Berkeley. Neither of these experiments lasted more than 4 years. They share with Evergreen, however, the belief that learning should be the responsibility of the student. At Evergreen, the student can take programs that are important to him or her, rather than courses required for his or her major. The college offers general Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees. The student's education revolves around the exploration of a central topic, such as marine biology. This is called a coordinated study. A group of students spend 1 to 3 quarters drawing from a variety of studies: literature, natural history, field biology, sociology, and basic drawing, to better understand the central topic, marine biology.
And knowing, I mean, you've got to schedule your time. There's a lot to do out there. And, you know, people, I know there's a lot of people around campus who have heard that we're going to be going out for 2 weeks to study Puget Sound, and then we're going to go out to the San Juans for 3 weeks, and they really think that, well, you know, that we're going to be up there just sailing around and having one heck of a time. And, well, most days I get up, the latest I've gotten up was around 8, but, well, most of the time now I get up around 6, and I'm working all day, and still we end up writing. And we have to keep a formal journal, and still end up writing by candlelight or by the light of a fire, because there's just not enough time in this day. There's a lot to do out there if you're trying to make a record of all the organisms in life, and we have a set record of requirements that we have to do, and it's a lot of work.
And some people really like the writing. Some people really got into the drawing. You know, the program offers something for everybody, and a little of everything for us all. You know, it's so well-rounded. The fact is, you learn so much. Things that I'm sure we'll be picking up on probably months from now. You realize just how much you've gotten. This will definitely be the most rewarding year in school I've ever spent.
It's all right there, because we build it right into the program, rather than having 3 separate courses in which the student has only the barest chance of really seeing the relationships.
I mean, it's society in the computer, and that you're not going to get that very many other places, that combination. You're going to get computer science, or you're going to get sociology or something. And this is combined, and I think well, that's important, just because of the impact computers have on society.
A student might take if I were at another school, might take a course in Economics 101 and a course in History 101 and a computer science class, but it would be very difficult for them to relate those three together and understand how one has important concepts and approaches and information for understanding the other. Whereas when you take society and the computer, as with other coordinated studies programs at Evergreen, you see the interaction right in the program. It becomes clear why it's important to understand economics in order to understand the impact of computers on society.
I seem to be somewhat different than most people. A lot were interested in the sciences, getting a real technical background. I came in wanting to achieve an understanding of our energy situation and what's going on in the world in terms of energy. And I tended to play down most of the technical aspects of the program and didn't consider them as important. They were important in the sense of you need a technical background to understand, what's going on, but I was more interested in the hows and the whys.
We did some chemistry with freshwater chemistry, freshwater analysis. We did some basic ecology. We had some work with social studies, sort of on politics and how people make decisions. And then also we did some studies on how people view their surroundings in terms of environmental ideas and concepts. Well, I wanted to get an idea of what are sort of the various subject areas that are covered in environmental science, environmental studies, and also as a basic program, just get an introduction to Evergreen, to the type of study that's here. It helped me see, give myself perspective for my own ideas and beliefs as compared to other people, and also just to learn how sort of the populace, the general populace, views environmental problems as compared to things that they do, their work. Mostly it's dependent on what kind of work they do and what are their value structures. What we did was we were involved in doing ethnographies of various groups of people, and my partner and I did one on some people who have a small farm, and so their environmental views were based on how the environment was important to their farm, to their cattle, and to their gardening sort of thing. So it was important to them to have some sort of environmental awareness, although it might be different than somebody who is into environmental studies.
There's dance going on here, theater going on here, and music going on here, but within FOPA you can tap into any one of those areas. And whether, FOPA doesn't want to, latch onto that and say, well, that's Foundations of Performing Arts, they're doing this, It's just that people can work within all these other groups. Most of the productions, actually, theatrically, that have gone on in this school this year have all been real student-oriented rather than a faculty sitting there, holding up the script and saying, okay, we're going to do this play. If a student here wants to see a performance put on, well, then you go out and do it, or find the people that can, or find other folks that are interested, and bring it together and make it happen yourself. I took FOPA and I really liked it in the fact because I'm into musical theater. So it didn't restrict me into a particular field, like I just had to take theater or I just had to take music, because I need to study theater and music and dance. And FOPA was a great program in the fact that I could do all three of those things and not be limited to just one area of study. So I've been able to work on a musical performance. I've been able to do acting scenes. I'm in the process of writing a musical right now, writing, producing, and directing one. So it gave me experience in all of these areas that I probably wouldn't have gotten had I gone to another school and said, well, I'm just